In November, I bought a Ford car at a salvage auction to try and save it and to try and generate a profit. So we know I was successful in saving it and we raffled it off. It has gone to a new home. But did it deliver a profit? And what did it actually cost me? Let's find out. So the main talking point to start with was the fact that the hammer price, we went through salvagemarket.co.uk, at a hammer price, £150, the only bid, no one else interested. Perhaps later on we saw why. But of course, it wasn't 150 quid. Whenever you buy a car at auction, there is a lot more involved. And I think I perhaps underestimated just how much there would be. So the initial auction fees I was aware of, it was two chunks of around 80 quid, but then plus VAT on top. So that came into £204 in fees. Then there was this sneaky admin fee that I didn't know, that was unexpected. That was £42 inclusive of tax. So suddenly that's 246 quid, including tax. You don't pay tax on the hammer price, but you do pay tax on the fees. So that brought the 150 quid up straight away to £396. Not ideal. So by the time I got the car transported, that cost another £70. Someone to go, wait for his time slot. You have to get in there exactly when they want you in there, pick it up and take it to Kitch down at Up and Down Videos. That was another 70 quid. So already this car was starting to cost quite a lot of money. And then we got Kitch's labour. Not all of it due to actually putting a spanner on a car. A lot of it was the fact I'm there filming, I'm getting in his way, stopping him from actually earning money. So the total labour bill was £316.80. And that's at friends and family discount. So thanks to Kitch for that. It just goes to show you, with hourly rates, especially in the south of England, bills can get quite high quite quickly. But it was very nice to put some work Kitch's way. The bits he fitted, this was extra on top because I bought those parts. So the brake pads, drop links, oil filter, £37.85. And then the brake discs were another 50 quid. And then I bought some wheel trims for an extra 25. We didn't fit them while we were down there. I did that when I got back. So, yeah, it's another chunk of money, and we haven't even got the car home yet. Of course, another issue is I live nowhere near Kitch, so he wasn't too far away from where the salvage auction was. It was Silver Lake. But it was a heck of a travel for me. And I looked at the train, but the train was going to cost at least £70, probably more, and take at least 6 hours. And I still had to get to the station, which is over an hour away from home. So I decided to hire a car in the end. So the car hire cost £100 for a one-way hire. It's meant to be a van, but they very kindly gave me a Ford Puma. So I got to film a review on that. Quite interesting. And I used £35 worth of fuel to get down to Fareham. And then I used £25 of fuel to get back in the Ford car. So we can tell that the Ford car is more economical than a Ford Puma, if a little less luxurious. Other costs, the vehicle tax. Vehicle tax is only £35 a year, and I got refunded £29 of that when the car changed hands again. So effectively, it cost me £6 to tax that car. Insurance was quite expensive. I put it on, I ended up doing two separate short-term policies. One to cover it getting back, and then another one once we got it up and running again. And that was a total of £163.83. A quick shout out to GoShorty. If you look for the link in the description below, GoShorty are very good for this temporary car insurance, whether you're borrowing someone's car, you've bought a new car, and it's a pain to try and transfer it immediately there and then. You can just quickly do it online, and jobs are good. And so if you use the link below, and just a little bit of commission, but we were using them before that anyway. It's very useful to have that option. And then I did further work to the car once we got it back. So I spent about £330 getting the cam belt changed, which turned into a bit of a saga because we got sent the wrong water pump. So that's inclusive of labour and parts, £330. I spent £34.16 on a new rear wiper motor, because obviously that is the most important thing. You must have a working rear wiper. And I had hoped to get the rear axle changed as well, but we ran out of time on that one. And as you'll see, it was starting to push the budget a bit. But I did give the new owner of the Ford car £300 to compensate them for the lack of axle swap. So they could spend it on that, they could spend it on transport, whatever. It was up to them. That £300 has happened. And then, of course, we've got the actual costs through Raffle itself, the website we use for the raffle tickets. We sold 3,499 tickets, but actually some of those were initially, there was buy 4, get a 5th one free. Quite a few people took that up. So we actually sold 3,279 tickets. That's 3,279 times £1. But that's after the Little Princess Trust cost. That was £295 went to Little Princess Trust, and Raffle charged us £623 and 1p in platform charges. That obviously varies depending on how many tickets you sell. But all that means that once we factor in our gross income of the 3,279 against £2,658 of costs, including the platform charges, we got a profit of £621 in the end, which doesn't sound too bad, but it would have been very easy to spend even more on that car, replace the sump, replace the rear axle. We could have been sailing pretty close to the wind on that one, so just about it worked. 621 quid, not bad, although obviously it was days out of my schedule to make all this happen. So I don't think that's too bad, but it is proof that you can get caught out with these things. And yeah, it's a little closer than I was hoping, to be honest. Of course, that £621 profit won't be sitting around for very long. Already about half of that is going into the next project car to purchase, and then there'll be associated costs with that one as well. Hoping to acquire that later this week. Obviously, you will see it here on the channel when it happens. But yeah, here we go again, folks. Hoping this one won't be so expensive, but am I going to get caught out again? Are there going to be surprise costs? We'll just have to see. This next one is a private purchase, so it's not from salvage. There's not hidden fees and all that sort of stuff. But if you are tempted to go down this save a salvage car route, do bear in mind those fees. And do bear in mind also, obviously, we've got no history with this car at all. And it was a gamble. It did run and drive, but run and drive doesn't mean it runs and drives really well. So do be careful if you're tempted to play the salvage auction game. But hopefully you found that interesting. It was a good fun project to do. It was lovely to go and see Kitch for a few days, and the new owner seems very happy with it. We'll look forward to seeing what they do with it. Just push it into daily use, I would. But yeah, we shall see you soon with the next project. Huge thanks for watching, for buying tickets if you bought tickets, for liking and sharing, and we shall see you in a future video. Farewell.
Look at that manly car. Wow. It really suits you.